You might not like hearing this, but if you don't change your daily habits, your life will slowly move in a direction you never even wanted to go. And the worst part, you won't even realize when it all started, because it doesn't happen because of one big mistake. It happens because of the small things you repeat every single day. Now be honest with yourself. What does your day actually look like? Are you really in control? Or are you just going with whatever happens? You wake up, the day starts, and before you know it, it's over. And somewhere inside, a quiet voice says, I didn't really do anything meaningful today. But the next day, it's the same thing again. And that cycle just keeps going. Maybe that's why you're here. Because deep down, you feel it. If nothing changes now, it might be too late later. You saw 50 habits and thought, maybe this is where things change. And honestly, you're not wrong. But understand this. This isn't just another motivation video. These are the things that will either build your life or slowly keep you stuck exactly where you are, or even worse, because the real problem isn't that you're not doing something big. The real problem is you're repeating small mistakes every day, and those mistakes slowly turn into habits, and those habits become your identity. And one day, you find yourself in a place you never wanted to be. That's why, if you truly want to change something, don't start big, start right. Take something simple, like how you begin your day. It seems small, but everything starts there. If your day starts without intention, the rest of your day follows the same pattern. Messy, incomplete. But if you pause, even for 1 minute, and ask yourself, what do I actually want to do today? Your mind finds direction, and that small shift changes your entire day. Here's another thing. We all want change, but we start too big. We make promises to ourselves that we already know we won't keep. And when we fail, we slowly lose trust in ourselves. But the truth is, change always starts small. So small, you can't ignore it. Because when it's easy to start, consistency becomes possible. And consistency is the real game. Over time, those small actions become habits. And habits write your entire life story. Another silent problem, your attention. You'll notice you focus more on what's wrong, what you didn't get, what went wrong. And slowly, your mind gets wired in that direction. But the moment you start noticing what's actually good, your thinking begins to shift. And when your thinking changes, your decisions change. And your decisions shape your future. And there's one more thing people ignore the most, their energy. If you keep going all day, without pausing, without thinking, your mind gets exhausted. Even small tasks start to feel heavy. But when you give yourself a little space, clarity comes back. And without clarity, there is no progress. And finally, your body. We think we'll take care of it later. But the truth is, the more active you are, the clearer your mind becomes. The more you stay inactive, the slower you feel inside. All of this sounds simple, and that's the problem. We don't take simple things seriously. And those same simple things slowly shape our entire lives. Good or bad, that part is up to you. And what you've heard so far is just the beginning. What comes next will show you even more clearly where your life is headed and where you actually want to go. But here's an uncomfortable truth. You see the path and still don't walk it. You know what's right, yet you choose what's easy. And slowly, those easy choices become your habits. Those habits become your pattern. And one day, you look back and think, how did I end up here? But by then, it's too late. Because change doesn't happen in a day. It happens a little every single day. And the truth is, your life right now isn't shaped by one big decision. It's shaped by the small actions you repeat without thinking. So ask yourself, when you start something, do you actually finish it? Or do you quit halfway? Because this is where most people lose. They start, but they don't stay consistent. And when that keeps happening, a belief starts forming inside. I'm not consistent. And that belief starts holding you back. But that's not the truth. The truth is, your attention is scattered. You can't stay with one thing. You do something for a while, then switch again. And at the end of the day, you feel like you did a lot, but in reality, you didn't finish anything. And that's what makes you feel empty. Then you blame yourself. I can't do this. I'm not disciplined. But you're not the problem. The problem is you were never taught how to work the right way. When you choose one task and actually finish it, you feel real progress for the first time. And that feeling pushes you forward. But in the beginning, it won't feel easy. You sit down and within minutes, your mind starts drifting. You feel restless, like you're missing something. And that's where most people get up, but the one who stays starts building control. Every time you bring your focus back, you get a little stronger, and slowly, your mind starts listening to you. But focus alone isn't enough. There's something else that pulls you back. Your clarity. If you don't even know what you're working toward, no matter how hard you work, you'll keep going in circles. And that's what happens to most people. They stay busy, but don't move forward because they never got clear on where they want to go. And when direction isn't clear, effort gets wasted. But the moment clarity comes, even small actions start to feel meaningful. And slowly, your life finds direction. Now, if you look closely, the problem is simple. Your focus is scattered. Your direction isn't clear. And your habits are working against you. And when these three are off, life feels off. But the good part is, if you fix these three things, everything can change. Slowly, quietly, you start moving forward. And that's where real change begins. But there's another truth hidden here, one that most people never really understand. You try to change your habits, but you don't change who you are. And that's why you keep going back to where you started. You say, I need to be disciplined. But inside there's a voice that says, that's not who I am. And the truth is, you become what you believe about yourself. If you keep telling yourself, I'm not consistent, your mind starts acting accordingly. You'll start things, but you won't stick with them. You'll try, but you won't finish. And then you blame yourself. But the problem isn't that you lack strength. The problem is you defined yourself the wrong way. Think about it. If you saw yourself as someone who finishes what they start, would you quit halfway? Probably not. Because now you're not just doing something, you're proving something to yourself. And that changes everything. Small actions slowly reshape your identity. And one day, you become the person you once thought was impossible. But there's another trap here. You chase perfection. You want everything to be perfect, everything to go exactly right. And the moment it doesn't, you stop or you start judging yourself. I failed again. I can't do this. And that's where you break yourself. But listen carefully. What matters more than being perfect is moving forward. Every small step you take moves you ahead, even if it's not perfect. Because the truth is, being slightly ahead of zero is better than a perfect zero. Every time you take action, you send your brain a signal. I'm changing. And over time, that signal becomes your reality. Now there's something else that holds you back. Your decisions. You often decide based on how you feel in the moment. If something feels easy, you do it. If it feels hard, you delay it. And later, you regret it. But if you pause for just 1 second and ask yourself, what will this lead to? Your decisions begin to change. You stop being impulsive and become aware. And that's the difference between average people and focused ones. Here's another truth. What you feed your mind matters. What you watch, what you listen to, what you read slowly becomes your thinking. If your mind is filled with random, meaningless things every day, how will you think clearly? How will you make the right decisions? How will you move forward? But the moment you control your input, your thinking starts to shift. You begin to see clearly. And when you see clearly, you choose the right path. But this is where the real test comes in: consistency. You start, but after a few days, you stop. Why? Because you want results immediately. You want everything to change fast. But the truth is, change takes time. First, you see the effort, then comes the waiting. And only after that come the results. If you quit in the middle, you get nothing. But if you stay, everything slowly starts to change. And one day, you'll look at yourself and think, is this really me? Now, if you connect everything, it becomes clear. Your identity, your decisions, and your consistency are shaping your life. And the moment you understand this, you take control. And when control is in your hands, change isn't hard anymore. It becomes inevitable. But there's one more thing that can still stop that change: your environment. You think you make your own decisions, but the truth is, your surroundings are shaping you every single day, quietly, without you noticing. Where you live, what you're around, the people you spend time with, all of it decides whether you move forward or stay stuck. Now ask yourself honestly, is your environment helping you grow or just keeping you comfortable? Because comfort feels good at first, but slowly it makes you average. If you're surrounded by distractions, you won't stay focused. If you're surrounded by excuses, discipline won't last. And if you're around people who aren't serious, how long can you stay serious? That's why so many people want change, but never achieve it, because they try to change themselves, but not their environment. And as long as the environment stays the same, you will too. Now imagine this: if the things that pull you back weren't around you at all, you wouldn't have to fight yourself. You would naturally start doing the right things. That's real power, not discipline, design. You set up your life in a way where the right actions are easy and the wrong ones are hard. And the moment that happens, everything changes. But it's not just your space. People matter just as much. You become like the people you spend time with. If the people around you complain, make excuses, you'll start doing the same. And then you tell yourself, this is just my situation. But the truth is, you've accepted that level for yourself. Now think about this. If you were surrounded by people who are working on themselves, who want to grow, could you stay the same? No, you'd have to change. Because people don't change alone. They change with their environment. Now another common pain: I don't have time. How many times have you said that? But the truth is, it's not a lack of time. It's a lack of clarity. You stay busy all day, but at night you wonder, what did I even do today? And that feeling breaks you from the inside, because you're working hard, but without direction. And without direction, any effort is wasted. There's also a hidden trap. You make decisions for every small thing, and slowly your mind gets tired. Then you start choosing the easier path, and that easier path pulls you backward. But if you decide things in advance, you save your energy, and that energy moves you forward. Now, one last thing: how you talk to yourself. If you keep saying, I can't do this, your mind believes it, and you stay at that level. But the moment you change that, I'm learning, I'm improving, your identity begins to shift. And identity is everything. Now, if you put it all together, it becomes clear. Your environment, your people, your clarity, and your thinking are shaping your life. And if you take control of these, you won't need to force yourself anymore. You'll start moving forward naturally, and that is the real win. But here's the truth: most people never even reach this point, because somewhere along the way, their mind tricks them. They tell themselves, I'm not ready. I need to learn more. This isn't the right time. And because of that, they never start. Or they start and then stop. You've done this too, haven't you? You told yourself, I'll start when I'm more prepared. But that perfect moment never came. And the truth is, it never will. Because perfection is an illusion. The more you chase it, the further you move away from action. And without action, nothing changes. Now here's an uncomfortable question. How many times will you feel ready and still do nothing? Because the problem isn't readiness. The problem is fear. You're afraid of failing, of being judged, of being wrong. And because of that fear, you don't start, or you quit halfway. But here's the truth. The fear won't go away. You have to move with it. Every time you try something new, fear will show up. But if you keep stepping back, your life will stay behind too. Now, there's something else. You spend a lot of time in your head. You overthink. You imagine every possible outcome. But you don't take action. And that overthinking slows you down. You keep planning, but you don't execute. And without execution, every plan is useless. So the rule is simple. Think less, do more. Because clarity comes from action, not from thinking. Here's another hidden trap. Comparison. You look at others, you see their progress, and you feel behind. They're so far ahead. I'm still here. And slowly, your confidence drops. But the truth is, you're looking at their journey, not yours. You're seeing their results, not your process. And that comparison holds you back because you forget everyone starts differently. So stop comparing and focus on your own path. Now another reality. You won't see results immediately. You'll work hard, but at first, nothing seems to change. And that's where patience is tested. You think nothing is happening, but inside, everything is being built. Your habits are forming. Your identity is shifting. It just takes time to show. And the one who stays through this phase wins. Now, if you look at the bigger picture, it's clear you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start with fear, with confusion, imperfectly, but you have to act because action is what turns you into the person you want to become. And once you understand this, you stop waiting. You stop making excuses. You just do the work. And that's where your life truly starts to change. But here's the truth. This is where most people fail again. Because starting isn't the hard part. Staying consistent is. You've started before. Remember? New plan, new energy, new hope. And then after 2 to 3 days, it's gone. Back to the same habits, same distractions, same guilt. And the most painful part? This time, you don't just quit the work. You lose trust in yourself. You start asking, why can't I stay consistent? Why does this always happen to me? And slowly, you begin to believe, maybe this is just who I am. But that's not the truth. You're not weak. Your system is weak. You're running on motivation. And motivation doesn't last. It's here today, gone tomorrow. That's why you feel on fire for a few days. And then suddenly everything fades. And you're left wondering, what's wrong with me? But nothing is wrong. You just don't have a system. A system that keeps you moving, even on bad days. Because the truth is, you won't feel strong every day. Some days you'll feel motivated. Some days you'll feel empty. And if you only work on good days, you'll never move forward. So what's the real game? Don't stop on bad days. You don't have to give 100%. Give 1%. But do something, because consistency isn't built on perfect days. It's built on imperfect ones. Now another struggle. You don't see your progress. You want big results. And when you don't get them, you think nothing is working. But the truth is, you are changing little by little every day. It's just not dramatic enough for you to notice. And that's the most dangerous point, because this is where people quit. When in reality, they were so close to winning. If you had just stayed a little longer, things would have changed. But you stopped. And that's the difference between those who lose and those who win. Now, one more truth. You are building your identity every single day. Every time you do the right thing, you send your brain a signal. I'm changing. And every time you quit, you push yourself backward. So this isn't just about habits. This is about who you're becoming. You are what you repeatedly do. Now another trap. You think one day everything will become easy. That one day you'll just be disciplined and everything will flow. But listen carefully. That day never comes. The struggle doesn't end. You just become stronger. At first, the struggle is starting. Then it's staying consistent. Then it's growing. That's life. And the one who accepts the struggle never stops. Now, if you put everything together, it becomes clear you don't need motivation. You need a system. You don't need to be perfect. You need to stay consistent. You don't need to do something big. You need to show up daily. And the moment you understand this, you start to change. Slowly, quietly, you become the person you once only imagined. And one day, you look at yourself and truly feel inside, this time, I didn't quit. And this is the moment where life truly begins to change. Because for the first time, you've proven something, not to the world, to yourself. But this is also where another battle begins, the internal one. Because changing your outer habits is easier. Changing your inner thinking is harder. You do the work, but there's still a voice inside that says, let's see how long this lasts. You move forward, but doubt keeps pulling from behind. And that doubt tries to drag you back again. Because your mind doesn't want to let go of the old version of you. It's familiar. It feels safe, even if it was holding you back. Now think about this. You're given two paths. One, the old one, where everything feels easy, but there's no growth. The other, the new one, where everything feels uncomfortable, but there's progress. And every single day, you have to choose. Again and again. And that's the real test. Because change isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily one. Now here's another truth. Your mind will look for shortcuts. It will say, skip today, that's enough. You can do it tomorrow. And if you listen even once, slowly, you fall back into the same pattern. That's why awareness matters. You have to catch the moment when your mind is trying to trick you. And in that moment, you do the opposite. That's discipline. Now, something deeper. You won't feel strong every day. Some days, you won't feel like doing anything. Everything will feel heavy. Your motivation will be zero. And this is where the real game is. Because average people stop here. But the one who still does something, even on that day, becomes different. Because they don't move based on mood. They move based on decision. And that's what takes them forward. Now another reality. You will never feel completely ready. At every level, there will be a new fear. First, the fear of starting. Then the fear of failing. Then the fear of losing. But if you stop every time fear shows up, you'll stay exactly where you are. So the rule is simple. Move with the fear. Don't wait to feel perfect. Because perfect people don't win. Consistent people do. Now, if you look at the full journey, it becomes clear this was never just about habits. It was about your mindset, your identity, and most importantly, your decisions. Every day, you're deciding who you're becoming. And slowly, those decisions come together and build your new life. And one day, you look back and realize you can just change your habits. You change yourself. And that is the real win. When you don't just change on the outside, but from within. And that's where the real difference starts to show. Before you had to try. Now you just do. Before you had to push yourself. Now you move naturally. And this is a stage where people look at you and say, you've changed. But what they don't see is that this didn't happen overnight. This is a result of those days when you won the battle within. When no one was watching and you still did the right thing. When you didn't feel like it, but you showed up anyway. Those were the moments that built you. But there's another trap here. When things start going right, you relax. You think, I've got this under control. And slowly, you start slipping again. First one day missed, then two, and suddenly you're back in the old pattern. And you wonder, how did this happen? But the truth is, you didn't stop, you got careless. And consistency doesn't tolerate carelessness. So remember this isn't a race to finish. It's a commitment to maintain. Every day, you have to choose. Whether you're ahead or behind, you still do what keeps you moving forward. Now, another truth, you think that once you change, everything will become easy. But the reality is, as you level up, the challenges level up too. At first, the struggle is starting, then it's maintaining, then it's growing further. And that's growth. It never stops. So, if you're waiting for the day everything becomes perfect, it won't happen. But yes, you will become stronger. Your tolerance will grow. Your control will improve. And what once felt hard will start to feel normal. Now, something deeper. You're not just changing for yourself anymore. People are watching you. Your actions, your habits can inspire someone else. Someone might look at you and think, if they can do it, so can I. And maybe you won't even realize it, but you're changing someone's life. So this isn't just your journey. It's a journey of impact. Now, when you look back, you'll understand the start was small, but the impact became massive. One small decision, then another, and slowly, you became a different person. And that's the power of small, consistent actions. Now, one last thing, never think you figured everything out. Because the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Keep learning, keep improving, because growth has no finish line. And that's the real mindset. Getting just a little better every single day, just 1%. And if you keep doing that, one day, you won't just be successful, you'll be unstoppable. But the truth is, this is where the real test begins. Because being unstoppable doesn't mean you'll never fall. It means every time you fall, you get back up. And this is where most people lose. Because when things don't go their way, they stop. You felt this too. You worked hard, but didn't see results. You tried, but no one noticed. You pushed yourself, but still felt empty inside. And in that moment, a dangerous thought appears. What's the point? And if you accept that thought as truth, you slowly stop. Quietly, without even realizing it. That's the real danger. Now ask yourself, how many times have you stopped just because you didn't see results fast enough? How many times have you said, maybe this just isn't for me, and walked away? The truth is, your problem isn't hard work. Your problem is waiting. You want results quickly, and when they don't come, your belief starts to shake. But here's the truth. Results come late. First comes a struggle, then comes a silence, and only after that come the results. But most people quit in the silence because it feels like nothing is happening, when in reality, everything is being built. Now, another pain, you look at others, their progress, their success, and you compare yourself. They're so far ahead. I'm still stuck here. And slowly, your confidence starts to break. But the truth is, you're not seeing their full story. You're only seeing their results. You don't see their nights, their failures. You only see the final picture. And then you judge yourself against that. And that's what weakens you from within. So remember this rule. Your race is not against anyone else. Your race is against your old self. Just ask, are you better than yesterday? If yes, you're winning. Now, another truth. You think one day everything will settle, that the struggle will end. But the truth is, it never ends. It just changes levels. First, the struggle is starting, then staying consistent, then growing further. That's life. The one who accepts this keeps moving. The one who looks for comfort stays stuck. Now, something deeper. As you grow, you may start to feel alone. People won't understand you. Some will judge you. Some will leave. And yes, it hurts. But that's also proof that you're changing. Because growth often comes with isolation. Now, if you look at the whole journey, it's clear this was never just about habits. It was about your patience, your mindset, your consistency, and most importantly, your courage. The courage to rise again when everything is against you. And if you build that, then truly, nothing can stop you. You will fall, but you won't break. You will lose, but you won't stop. And slowly, you won't just survive. You'll learn to live in control. And that is real power. And honestly, this is where life tests you one last time. Because now the question isn't whether you can change. The question is, can you stay changed? You've changed before. A few days of discipline, a few days of focus, and then slowly, everything went back. And every time you asked yourself, why can't I stay consistent? And that question hurts because deep down, you know you can do it, but you don't. So hear this truth. No one defeats you from the outside. You lose when you let yourself slip. First, you stop putting in effort. Then your habits fall apart. And eventually, you give up on yourself. And that's the most dangerous point. When a person doesn't just give up, they accept, this is just who I am. But that's not true. You're not like that. You just haven't been consistent. And consistency is not a talent. It's a decision, a daily one, to show up when you don't feel like it, to act when no one is watching, to keep going when there are no results. Because those are the moments that make you different. Now think about this. If you slip again today, what happens? Nothing changes. The same cycle repeats. The same guilt, the same frustration, the same nights where you're not proud of yourself. And slowly, you lose your own respect. And believe this, the world can take anything from you. But if you lose your self-respect, you lose everything. Now imagine this. If this time you don't stop, if you keep the promise you made to yourself, what happens? Slowly, your confidence comes back. You start seeing yourself differently. And one day, you won't need motivation anymore because you become your own proof. And that is a real win. Now the choice is yours. Repeat the same pattern again, or break it this time. And if somewhere in all of this, you saw yourself, if it felt like this isn't just words, but your reality, then don't leave it here. Take one small step, like the video, because someone else might be struggling with the same thing you are. Write in the comments, one habit you're starting today. Just one, not big, small, but daily. And subscribe, because change doesn't happen once. It happens through repetition, through reminders, through getting back up again and again. And if you truly want to change, you don't have to do this alone. Just remember, the next time you look in the mirror, there should be only one voice inside. This time, I didn't give up on myself.